So, people, Portsmouth 1, Arsenal 4. Arsenal go through to the next round. Listen, it was comfortable in the end, a good afternoon, but that first couple of minutes, I can't lie, the reaction was a little bit different, but they managed to find a way to get through it, scored some good goals, could have actually scored more goals um, if they'd have taken their chances. Martinelli with a miss from about 2 yards out. Noni Madueke missed a penalty, but Martinelli did make up for it with a hat trick. Madueke with a couple of assists as well. Um, I think I predicted 2 or 3-0 today. I definitely didn't think we would concede a goal today. Just in terms of the goal we conceded, I felt Noni Madueke got done a little bit too easily. And then Kepa palms it into the danger area. And then we've gone to sleep defensively. We concede. The positive thing was we reacted, scored within, I think, 5 minutes. Got the equaliser, an own goal. Owen goals on fire again. Might end up as the Golden Boot winner for Arsenal. Set piece FC and own goals FC. But yeah, we equalised, and then a Gabriel Martinelli hat trick, 2 flick-ons at the near post, and the third one, by the way, what a fantastic ball in from Gabriel Jesus. Spoken many times about the fact that Arsenal don't put low crosses in enough. We're constantly putting high floated crosses in. We don't actually have players that are incredible in the air. So that low cross is much more dangerous at times. Just going through the team, Kepa, decent afternoon, but that first goal, the goal we conceded, should have done better. Thought Ben White played well today. I think there's a case that if we don't have Nkapie or Calafiori fit against Chelsea, that maybe we should play Ben White at right back and move Timber to left back. The reason I would possibly move Timber to left back is because Lewis Skelly at the moment looks very out of sorts, looks short of confidence. I feel a little bit sorry for him. I think he's at a stage where he needs to be moved into midfield. I think he needs the manager to sort of say, look, you was great at left back last season. It's not working for you now. You're a natural centre midfielder. We're not overly stacked in midfield. I think you could move him back into that left 8, that Declan Rice role as a rotation option there. Norgard did okay at centre backs, not his position. Gabriel was solid. We're a little bit shaky in the first half. Some poor passing. Our passing was really off. But second half definitely improved. I think the atmosphere, Fratton Park, former Premier League ground, they were always going to be up for it. Mikel Merino, for me, one of his best midfield performances as an Arsenal player. I know some people will be saying, you know, it's Portsmouth Championship club, but he gave us a lot of control today. Could he play in that role in the Premier League? I don't know. Eberechi Eze, at the moment, it's just not happening for him. He's not involved in the games, like so quiet, spends so much time out of the game. When he gets the ball, he's sort of jogging around. You just want to see higher intensity. I want to see a hunger to get on the ball. Give me the ball. I'm going to make something happen. At the moment, he's not having his best time. He doesn't look too happy either. His body language doesn't look great. I think on one hand, yeah, maybe Arteta should play him more. But on the other hand, you've got to understand that this is a step up. This ain't Crystal Palace. People aren't going to pander to you. You've almost got to say, okay, when I get a chance in the team, I'm going to prove myself. But I still think he'll be an important squad player for us. But when we signed him, I expected him to be, a main player for us. I thought Ethan today, second half, was much, much better. Those driving runs. Story came out this morning that Ethan Nwaneri has rejected loan moves to Premier League clubs and wants to stay. And I would keep him. I don't think at the moment there are enough players in front of him that you can say, well, he doesn't deserve a run. He's the most dynamic midfielder that we've got with his pace. Sometimes needs to release the ball a little bit quicker, but he takes 2 or 3 players out with those driving runs. So I would be keeping Ethan until the end of the season. A little bit disappointed that he got substituted, to be honest, but I think he showed that he should be here until the end of the season and beyond that. Noni Madueke, man, honestly, it's like, when you was younger, they used to have some sweets called Revels. And I used to really like, I think there was a caramel or a toffee one. And then there was a coffee one that I really didn't like. Like, he is a complete mixed bunch in his performance. He goes past the fullback, you go, wow, you're one of the most exciting players at the club. Then he misses the penalty, you go, oh, I can see why Chelsea got rid of you. He's so good and so bad, all mixed into one. It's about whether you can get that quality on a consistent basis. At times, he ripped that fullback apart. But then at times he gave the ball away very simply. But he did get 2 assists from set pieces. He's a work in progress, that is for sure. If he had end product, he'd be incredible. It's just about finding that consistency. Is he going to get enough game time to develop with Saka being here? But listen, at least he contributed to the win. Gabriel Martinelli, listen, it's been a tough week for a number of reasons. Obviously, we heard the news that Conor Bradley is out for the season. We wish him well. Hopefully, it's a speedy recovery. Martinelli's had a lot of criticism this week from a lot of us. He apologised publicly and he was booed throughout the game. But he answered in the right way. Let your football do the talking. He got a hat-trick. I think that's his first hat-trick for Arsenal. And you've given Arteta a selection headache for Wednesday, which is what you want to see. Trossard was rested today, as was Saliba. And you're thinking, well, what do you do? Martinelli's just scored a hat-trick. He deserves to start at Chelsea, but I reckon the plan was to start Trossard. Could Martinelli play up front at some stage? I've asked for that for a long time to see, but I just don't think it's going to happen. But cup competitions, he's flying at the moment. 8 goals in the Champions League and FA Cup. Only 1 in the Premier League. Gabriel Jesus today, some nice touches, but I think you saw with Jesus, there's been a lot of people hyping up his substitute appearances, but I think you can see when he starts, not quite the same player in terms of goal threat. But, his movement was good and he put a great ball in for Martinelli's hat-trick goal. Salman, I thought, did really well today. 16 years of age, put a couple of crunching tackles in and was very composed on the ball as well. So well done to him at 16. Odegaard came on. Who else came on? Zubamendi came on. And Kai Havertz. Good to see Havertz back. Been out since August. We want a big squad. We want everybody available. Just wanted to show you some quotes that Mikel Arteta said after the game about Kai Havertz. And I think this tells us all a lot without actually telling us a lot, if you know what I mean. And you're going to hear when I say this. This was what Mikel Arteta said around Havertz's appearance today. He said, the last few minutes, I was just watching him move and his awareness, the way he needs to move when he needs to move in relation to what he moves. Yeah, figure that out. It's just great to watch. We miss him big time. He's back with us. And now we need to maintain his fitness because he's a very important player for us. I think that tells you, without telling you, he is going to be Arsenal's starting striker once he gets that match fitness. I mean, that first bit, I was watching him move the way he needs to move, when he needs to move in relation to what he moves. I mean, I thought that was the Ludacris song, you know what I mean? When I move, you move, just like that. Listen, Victor, I've never heard him speak about Victor in that manner, although Victor hasn't exactly been moving great lately. And he was on the bench for the full 90 minutes today. Positive result, 4-1 win after the first shaky couple of minutes. Well done to the team. Not easy down there against the Championship team who were, they were clearly fired up for the game. And now we look forward to Wednesday night against Chelsea. Man of the match for me, Gabriel Martinelli for the hat-trick. I thought Marino did really well as well in midfield. And the FA Cup draw is tomorrow night. And we'll be back on Wednesday, against Chelsea. League Cup semi-final. And I'll see you all soon, people. Bless.